Hi, good morning. So we are here today to shift into a state of wellness. Hold on. I just need to fix this a little bit so that I'll at least be straight. Okay, so today is about self-compassion and shifting shame and judgment into love and light. So what I want to do is I want you to find an oil that is resonant to you, that is about self-love. Hello. Geranium is the oil of love and trust, and you could use anything that has geranium in it, like joy, acceptance. Ylang ylang is also another pretty good one. I'm going to use acceptance here. Good morning, Elizabeth. So we're going to transmute through this really cool process. We're going to transmute shame and judgment into light and love through the assistance of our higher presence. So take a drop of any oil that you have. Breathe in your intention and connect. Oh God, that's amazing. Connect with your intention today of calling in the light, however that looks and however it comes through. And as you start to breathe in the intention, imagine the positive manifestation of your intention. What it would look like, what it would feel like if you were to be in that place of balance. So as you sit with me, let's first do the induction of light. And I'm going to start this one in silence because I'm just going to ring the bowls to activate your intentions today. And we're going to start with a really cool process of recognizing. So before we begin today, align your spine. Again, imagine the positive manifestation of your intention and let that go. And start to think of a time in your life and reflect upon a time when you were judgment. You had judgment about yourself or others. And really where you started to turn inward. And you started to judge yourself. Maybe it's something that you went through, a situation, a relationship, a career. It could be an identification, your group connection, and how you funnel into the group dynamic, your identity, however it looks to you. Think of that time when you were hard on yourself, or are hard on yourself. And now invite it in like an old friend. Imagine that as if you were welcoming an old friend into your living room, that you are allowing this part of yourself in the room. Invite it to sit down, sit with you, look at it, identify, recognize, allow what it looks like, what it feels like to be in the presence of this part of yourself. And then start to think about how that part of yourself came to be. Was it through conditioning, family situations? Was it through dynamics that happened to you along the way? Cultural conditioning? What in our world and society, in this current day and age, supported that part of you? That part of you that maybe you don't often like to look at. Recognize how that part of you came to be, allowing it to be, and recognizing that it was created as a part of your path, conditioned, created, sustained by the human experience. And now, as you hold this recognition and allowance of this part of you, I want you to imagine that above you is a perfect, pure, wonderful, loving version of you, beaming down with all the knowledge in the universe. This being sees you and every part of you, including this part, for all that you are, and fully and completely accepts you. This loving being knows and understands why you were put in the position you were placed in on this planet, and what you are meant to learn and do as a result of this part of you, how you are meant to overcome it, how you are meant to integrate it. And even when you don't understand that part of you and you come back and judge yourself, this presence loves that part of you and every part of you. And like a powerful beam of light, you can feel the radiation of love from this gentle being pouring down over you like a cascade of golden light. And this light starts to expand and illuminate more and more the more that you sit in it and allow this presence to pour over you this loving energy. Imagine that the vibrations of the bowls is this light encircling you, connecting you, charging you, shifting the atmosphere around you as you sit in this moment, calling in the presence more and more, calling in the light, feeling it start to massage and move into your body, activating the cells, raising your atomic structure, clothing you in divine light and presence. Call in your mighty I am presence and feel the flame within your heart, activating and rising to meet this light, as if it's reunited in joy. As if the physical sun itself is pouring over you and around you, and you can breathe it in like a mist. And you're pulling it in all parts of yourself, that loving being, accepting all the parts of you, moving in to shift and transmute that self-judgment into love and understanding, compassion, a recognition that all that happens to you is meant to happen, so that you can truly bring your full self into the world and the human experience. Feel this light moving in, breathing it in through your nose like a fine mist, this golden light filling your lungs, activating every cell, activating and aligning the spine, flowing effortlessly into your abdomen, connecting to your power place at the top of your abdomen with a rich golden light, activating that center of autonomy and warrior energy, and then swirling down into your abdomen, behind your belly button, moving directly into your center for self-compassion. You can feel it moving in between the organs, the intestines, and the stomach, moving deeper and deeper into the cells of that center for self-compassion, this womb-like nurturing energy that is held within you and every soul and every human, activating this presence of love with the light that never fails. Invite this light to charge its power of eternal love into your body to produce health, wellness, forgiveness in your affairs, into your body, and in the world around you to create divine order. Invite this presence in ultimate forgiveness, love, and compassion, activating and reigniting your center for self-compassion. Inviting your presence to stay with you, holding this compassion in your body and your affairs daily, more and more every instant of each hour. feel this healing love moving more deeply through you, activated through you and from source above, and then flooding into the earth and then back up into you to become an action of the great central sun moving into the earth, made manifest on earth. Invite this light to surround you and stay with you all day, living in it, finding compassion for yourself and others, holding clearly the flame of this powerful divine love behind you and around you and in front of you. I am the law of forgiveness. I am the law of unconditional love. I forgive myself. I love myself. I call in the vibration of the wondrous musical instruments from the Ascended Master's octave to move through the vibration of this bowls. From the great central sun, come forth into this service of white light, divine love, the Ascended Master's way, to render the service which compels healing, forgiveness, and purification of mankind and myself. And tell yourself that you fully purifying, clothing you in the ascended master consciousness, clothing in the luminous presence, mastery, love, power, and powers of perfection, mighty healing, forgiveness, cosmic love, and peace, blazing this cosmic healing flame all around your body in the authority and power supreme, to yourself and all of mankind for healing, forgiveness, and calling out all distress right now, this instant and forever. Cutting all cords to any connections to any negative energies here back to the creation of time. Reclaiming your light energy, protecting you with this wall of blue flame and the white tube of light. See the flaming blue sword of Archangel Michael cutting away any cords, any attachments to anyone or anything that is not of your highest good, and anyone and anything that has pulled energy from you, even in the name of goodness, that remains connected. Release all those ties. Send them back in loving kindness to wherever they came. For whomever jumped in on this call right now, just in the last 3 minutes, activate that cord cutting more and more. What is a message for one is a message for all. That clearing and cleansing is necessary, that removal of all energies and reclaiming the self, reclaiming the light. Releasing all situations, all conditioning, all relationships, all career things, anything related to self-judgment or fear, or turning within and on yourself, releasing it all back to source, knowing that it no longer serves you, no longer has a place in this realm, in this life, in this golden age. And start to breathe again deeply. And recognize your deep and profound gratitude for the light and your own higher presence. And if you can, send a blessing out into the light that has something to do with what you have gone through today, what you have released, and your continued action of releasing any judgment, self-judgment, self-pain. Call on the power of the Ascended Master's Octave and your own mighty I Am presence to continue this work, to release any shame, any old, and bring in the light, to allow that to be transmuted into something that can help support others on their journey. To transmute this self-criticism, this self-condemnation into light and love for others. And recognize, perchance, perhaps, some goodness and all of your divine goodness coming back into you. And recognize at the core your deep and profound goodness and light. And recognize that you are not separate from that powerful light presence. You are integrated and hold every quality of the light that has been beaming down on you, healing you, and releasing that old energy. And as you stay and feel the gratitude more and more for yourself, for the light, and for this healing practice, send blessings once more into the light. Blessing the light with your own presence, your own light, your own connection to this light. Continue to breathe deeply. And for the next 3 days, use an I am statement. to anchor in what you worked through today. I am love. I am enough. I am worthy. Whatever it is to you, stay with that intention and use an oil of love and trust with it, such as joy or geranium, sensation, acceptance. Those all have geranium in them. If anything came up for you today and you'd like to share it below, please do. It's really great to have y'all join me live and to experience this powerful transmutation with you. I thought I was done with the meditation, and then they were very clear that there needed to be cord cutting and release, and then a calling in of protection. So the tube of white light came through, and then the cord cutting as well, so that we stay in this divine energy as we move forward. And then finally, the violet flame came through really powerfully at the end. So if you saw violet or blue, those flames were very active today. There are two uses of the blue flame as I see it, and I'm sure there are probably many, many more. The blue flame usually connects me or has a connection to Ascended Master Jesus. It's typically a healing energy for physical healing, or it can be a clearing, like an energetic cord cutting, clearing, and reclaiming of your energy. The violet flame is purifying, enhancing. It does everything, absolutely everything. It brings you back into your presence. It clears and cleanses you. It ignites you with love. It reactivates the flame within your heart, the light that never fails. Oh, good. Yeah. Okay. So Marilyn, you did come in later, I believe, because I saw you say hi. And so I think that they were bringing in the cord cutting for you and anyone else. See, what is a message for one is a message for all. But that cord cutting was very clear. They were like, oh, we're not done. It's not about just protecting. It's about releasing the energy and holding your own divine light and energy and reclaiming that. Because when we're in, and when we turn inward on ourselves, which is what this meditation was about and helping to release, oftentimes it's from a situation that involves another person, whether it's work or culture, community, or relationship, or whatever. That is sometimes how we hold this energy around other people. So the cord cutting helps us to release that old connection that continues to draw from us, that continues to feed our turning inward on ourselves. So by releasing that and protecting, you are clearing the way to be back in your own divine energy and to hold that love and to come back into your goodness. I think that's the biggest piece of this, is to recognize that we all are that light and goodness and love. In reality, that is what we are, and we are placed here on this planet to go through the contrast of human experience. And so the human experience that we go through, knowing that we are light and love, sometimes can be very difficult, because we can hold on to what happens in the human and think of it as a judgment upon our own goodness, when in reality, it might be that we needed to go through that situation in order to choose love and to continue to expand and grow. So each of these situations is just continuing to elevate us upward. As long as we can take that situation and see the good in it and use it for good moving forward. It's always, I think that's what they say, it's not what you, I don't know, it's about how we frame our experience, right? Hi, Carolyn. So interesting. Listen to another light worker this morning who said cord cutting is important at this time. Oh, that's interesting too. So, you know, that the thing with my work is that I usually run these meditations completely led by source. So I don't know what colors are going to come through, what flames, what energy. Today was a lot about forgiveness and self-forgiveness too. But also there was a healing element, a physical healing. And that could be because we do hold that feeling of turning inward can actually become and manifest within the body if we don't clear it in this way. And I'm receiving a message as well, a very, very powerful message, that there is a healer in the group here that is watching live or maybe later, that is maybe manifesting some physical things within their body as they are not, it's a healer who's not healing. So, and my suggestion whenever I get that message for someone is to, even in this moment after this meditation, and we can do it together, is to hold your hands open as you are connected to the light and you are protected and you are that goodness and light, to send loving, healing energy, whatever color comes out of your palms, to an organization, to a country, to anything, a relationship, a situation, a career, yourself, all of the above, to send that healing out into the world where it needs to go. And as you're sending that, just imagine, and I see the violet flame actually quite clearly moving through and feel it coming out of my hands for healing for all. And I am sending it into the world, actually into governmental healing is what I'm sending through now. And you can choose anything that you like. But that healing, the healer who's not healing can manifest. So this simple practice of sending love out is a way of healing, even if you don't know how it's going to look for you in your own healing practice. So I would invite you to stick with that as that message came through. Wonder if it was for Caroline. Because you were just talking, so that came through. So stick with that and continue to send your love out into the world, and to recognize that we are always surrounded, always protected. You know, I have a cool story. It's kind of like a representation of like how we are protected. Think back in your life when you thought that you wouldn't be able to make it. Like, kind of like a couple of days ago, my partner and he and I went to the desert, and we didn't think we were going to make it because he had just gotten this new electric car, and it was the wind and everything was like draining the battery, and so we had 0% at the top of this mountain and didn't know how we were going to make it 20 miles down to the bottom of the mountain. But it was at that perfect time when he hit 0 that the car started to regenerate its battery with the brake, and somehow we made it to the bottom of this mountain when we really literally had nothing. And I'm sure you can think of times in life when you felt like you had reached a point where you didn't know what you were going to do, maybe financially or career-wise or relationship-wise. And somehow it all worked out. It all happened and the divine energy came through. That's them showing us that we are always protected and that we can surrender and we can release and we can give up some of this human concern in order to truly experience the contrast that we're here to experience, which means to live, allow them to live through us, or that energy to live through us in joy and every sensory experience that we have. So, sorry it went a little long. I love y'all. Have a wonderful day. Please put your comments below.